minus the value, and if you get something because of your services, that is karma, what you call as good karma. So I went through a karmic experience. I was working in a research institute and I saw a cobra which was just writhing happily. So I was at the first floor of the building having lunch, just about to start my lunch, and everybody in that I was in a research institute, so they know that Mahesh rescues snakes because once I had 2-3 times I rescued a snake in the office. So they said, Mahesh, there's a cobra there. Now the ego took over. Now I have to prove myself. So I ran, got out of that cobra. It's about 7 feet tall, 7 feet long cobra, supporting with a stick. It is hissing at everybody. And everybody is taking video and all that. I'm very happy, you know. So I don't know whether the video was pointed to the cobra at me, but I am very happy that the camera is pointing towards me. So now, when the ego takes you to a trip, there is no end. So what happened was, next I took the cobra into the lab, the chemistry lab, took one jar, then put a hand glove, surgical glove over it, and I milked the venom. The cobra bled. There's some blood in its teeth. Karma was born. Isn't it? Karma was born. That is the first. Cobra would always hiss at others, would never hiss at me. That day the cobra hissed at me. I don't know whether you call it superstition or what, but I knew karma was born. 6 months later, I was holding a Russell's viper. Mandla Dhao on that. I was holding a Russell's viper, and we cap the head. We hold the snake like this, put the finger on the head so it's not able to open its jaw. I was about to put my finger on the head. They are the fastest snakes. Russell's viper are the fastest snakes. They have got the longest fangs, teeth in the snake family. I was about to put my finger on the head. It caught my movement and bit me. Now I have 6.5 hours of life left in me. My finger became like a brinjal. Okay? Literally. Became big. It took 1.5 hours to get to Hoskote, near Krishnajpuram, the only place where snake bites are treated in Bangalore. Nobody in Bangalore, everybody has antivenin, nobody knows how to use it. So 1.5 hours went. So I had to identify the snake. I know it's a Russell's viper, but still, because antivenin is a poison if it is given without the venom inside you. So I was given the antivenin. Then the doctor told, go to a hospital near your house, get yourself admitted, because it's a hemotoxin. It ruptures your blood vessels, ruptures your kidneys and your liver. Person will die of internal hemorrhage. He said, get your liver and kidneys examined every 2 hours. He wrote a beautiful discharge summary. So I came to a hospital near my house, got admitted. So they put the discharge summary aside, gave me an IV. After 2 hours, my body was jumping on the bed. My bladder was full. I wanted to go to the toilet. I tried to keep one leg here. My leg goes 4 feet away. Another leg, my leg goes 4 feet away. I'm losing balance. I don't know what's happening. So this is the first time I'm a first time snake bite victim. So I thought it's the snake bite which is causing this. So then, for a moment, I just thought. I just went into silence. And then a thought sprang up. So I asked the doctors, what is this IV? They said, antivenin. I said, I've already had 2 vials. How much is this? They said 2 vials. Now I'm having an overdose. So now, one side the doctor saved me. Now these people are out to finish me. Next morning the dietitian comes. The dietitian says, good morning sir. I'm in the ICU. You're going to have idli, bread, dosa. What do you have? What do you want to have? I said, none. She said, sorry sir, we don't have any other choice. So I asked her, do you know why I'm here? She said, no sir. Then how are you suggesting any nutrition to me? She said, I'm here because I'm bitten by a venomous snake and I'm battling my life. You are giving me a diet which is the fastest way out of the body. And she said, sorry sir, we don't know what to give. I said, I will tell you what to give. I need only one thing, ragi mudde. It is true. That is the only thing which can save you. Do you know that? When you have a snake bite, if a Russell's viper bites you, the only food that can save you is ragi mudde and ichikbele saru.
What's that?
Ichikbele saru.
That Avrekal.
Okay. That is the only thing that can save you. 15 days you must have only that.
Oh,
So I had it for 15 days,
fantastic.
and along with that, there's one other thing that I did. Meditation and the practice of what I taught you of sending the light to that juice. I filled myself with that light for 2 years. There's one symptom though with Russell's viper bite is that the gangrene sets in. There's no antivenin for Russell's viper bite. It just stops you from dying but doesn't stop you from rotting. So a gangrene sets in and the part of the body where Russell's viper has bitten has to be amputated. So I meditated for 2 years, filling myself with that light, with the divine light, realizing my divinity. I am full, no gangrene, no amputation. This is the power of meditation. Right? So this is my personal experience. So healing happens. Nobody heals you. No doctor can heal you. Because healing is a happening. They can give you sedative. You are not able to go into meditation, we will put you off. So when you are off, you are naturally in meditation.
Automatic.
So what the doctors are doing is they put you into off state where you heal yourself and they give you the bill.
Sir, excuse me. How do you relate this with karma? You said some karma.
So when the Russell's viper bit me, the karmic cycle was completed.
Snake.
Oh, that cobras, this thing.
Yes, their karma was born,
Mm.
their karma got completed. So I
Yes.
was a witness to the karmic cycle. How it happens. So, how can we heal ourselves? So what is it that we have to heal? Don't heal the body. Because body is only a reflection.
Yeah.
Body is only a reflection. What you think is how the body will behave. What you feel is how the body will behave. So why do you want to heal a mirror? If you want to comb your hair and your hair is not going flat, if it's standing up, don't throw a stone at the mirror. Isn't it? So that is healing means to drop all those things which are preventing you from being you. Drop everything which is preventing you from being you. Okay? It is, the mind is very tricky. The moment you nod, it says, now I know. So what happens when you know? You no longer practice it. Now I know, so I no longer need to practice it. So let us practice it. So we have a direct experience of what does it mean to let go. Shall we?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now one of the things we all are carrying with us is a mobile phone. Okay. Quick, you hold your mobile phone in your hand.